All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And James Gunn actually has responded to the rumors of Ultraman being the villain of Superman. And we're going to take a look at his comments here today. It'll be one of the last photos I show, but it's very interesting, his response. It's very interesting and very telling. But let's take a look at the photos that I have grabbed over the last couple of days. First up, Craig Gillespie is in talks to direct Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. He previously directed Cruella and I, Tonya. Now, I have never seen Cruella, but I did see I, Tonya, and I don't remember much about it. I don't know much about him as a director. And what kind of surprised me about this, and it actually surprised a lot of people online, is that they don't have a female directing this particular film, which, honestly, I don't care whether it's a male or a female, but with the way things have gone recently, I would have expected that they would have put a female in charge. But this could be a good sign for the future that they're putting the right person in the right project for direction. And it is rumored that this film will begin, that this film will actually go into production, actually start filming before cameras, before the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I think possibly by June of this year, if the rumors I've heard are right. All right, guys, this comes from a podcast that had Kevin Smith on board as one of the guests. And Kevin Smith says he wants to restore the Snyderverse. Now, he's got a very bad mouth on him, so I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff that he said. But he said, I'm all for it, man, especially if it's like on HBO Max. Like effing do it all. Do the long cut of Suicide Squad. Let Dave Ayer go back in and throw Zach a bunch of money every other year to make a really cool thing, man. So, yeah, I think he's right. If they let them come in and finish their vision, I think it's going to be good for everybody. It would be good for Max. It would help their subs. It would appease the fan base that didn't get to see the finish of their projects. And it would also help a director who had his vision just destroyed and ruined by the studio. It's time for some justice. Let's put it that way. And I'm hoping that Kevin Smith has some sway and people are paying attention. I know the internet is paying attention, but I don't know about Warner Brothers, and especially not James Gunn, because he has a whole multiverse that he's not using. Here we go with some of the big news we're going to be talking about. Daniel RPK is confirming that Ultraman is the main villain, and I quote, main villain in Superman. He is a clone made by Lex Luthor, so no multiverse shenanigans. And this goes into what I was just talking about. When The Flash got released, James Gunn was out there talking about how awesome the movie was, how it opens up the door to the multiverse, yet they don't want a multiverse. In fact, they're squashing all the other projects that don't have anything to do with what James Gunn is doing so that only his vision is what is left. And why would you do that when you talk about opening the door to the multiverse? Use it. And the fact that he's going to be a clone, we've already had the story recently in Superman and Lois where they did they took, I'm not even going to tell you guys what happened, but they had the Bizarro Superman and they did something with him. And he came from a multiverse. He was from a different reality. And then you had in Batman versus Superman, they actually took and made Doomsday out of Michael Shannon's character, Zod, and we're doing things with that to fight Superman. And now we're going to have another version of Superman fighting Superman when they need to go in a different direction here. There is a whole group of characters in the Superman universe they haven't even used. When are we going to get Brainiac? Like, seriously, guys, when are we going to get Brainiac? So obviously he's not in this movie, but it's all been confirmed at this stage that, yeah, it's going to be Ultraman in the film. And we're going to see how this all fits together, but we still need to look at the quote that came from the man himself. It says, Peacemaker Season 2 is reportedly set to begin filming in June. Now, they're still going to be working on Superman Legacy, and I do remember that James Gunn said he will be directing a handful of episodes of Peacemaker Season 2, but he won't be doing all of them. And I have a feeling the reason he won't be doing all of them is because he'll be busy with Superman Legacy. Otherwise, he probably would be directing all of them. But again, I don't know why out of all of the projects this one got to continue. It still boggles the mind. Now, Rachel Brosnahan, or somebody posted this photo. I don't remember where this came from. I think it was from Rachel Brosnahan, posted this on social media. They've been taking this dog and passing it around, and they did a picture the other day, and I may have it. I don't know if I have it or not, but it was the chair for, I don't remember whose chair it was. I think it was actually James Gunn's chair, and he had a red and yellow thing that was draped over the back, and the chair was blue, and he said it was a gift from his wife, and the dog was sitting on it as well. Now here we have Rachel Brosnahan's, and we have the red cape. Now, depending on how long that red cape is, I do like the look of that cape. It's cloth. It looks good. Hopefully that is the cape that they are using. Hopefully it's not too short, though. That is one thing I have a fear of. You can see in the background there it says full, but that's all you get to see. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, guys, just a quick plug here, but I am going to be leaving a link to this video in the description of this video. And I'm also going to leave a link to this. There'll be a card if you get to the end of the video to be able to click it. Just know that there is a company that I am sponsored with, and every free trial you guys do helps support this channel in a big, big way. So I encourage you to go check out that video, check out the sponsor, and then take advantage of that 2-week free trial and find out how much of your information is being sold all over the web. It's some crazy stuff, guys. All right, and here is James Gunn. Here's the main part of my video today. James Gunn came out and talked about the rumors of Ultraman being the villain of Superman. And he said the primary protagonist of Superman is, shockingly, Superman. The main villain of Superman is, shockingly, Lex Luthor. I don't know where all the stuff is coming from, that it's something other than this. There are so many stories coming out every day it's difficult to deal with. And every time I strike something down, I'm giving attention. So I'll say again, don't believe anything unless you see it here. And I would want you to know everything before and why would I want you to know everything before the movie comes out anyway? Okay, so he is not debunking that Ultraman is going to be in there and that Superman is going to have to fight Ultraman. And again, I do not like the fact that it's going to be a clone if that's the route they go. It has been used before. It is overused. We really need to have something different. Again, I think this saves them money because David Corenswet can play both of the characters. But we've already seen stuff like this with Superman 4, like I said, Superman and Lois, Batman versus Superman. It's time to do something a little bit different. So he is saying that Lex Luthor is the main villain, saying that he's the guy behind everything, but that doesn't mean that Ultraman won't have a big portion of the film to deal with, and especially when it comes to Superman. So he just doesn't want a lot of people to know, but he's saying unless you see it here, you just can't trust it. Don't believe everything. But other outlets have revealed stuff that he is supposed to be revealing or isn't supposed to be out there that ended up being true, and it didn't originate with him. And so, of course, people are going to talk about it. We are in a different day and age with social media, and again, the fact that we have not seen the Superman suit yet, I think is a big mistake. They need to show it, and I don't know how long they're going to wait or what kind of a reveal they're looking to do, but it sooner would be better rather than later. And so we'll see what they decide to do, but he is not saying that Ultraman is not one of the villains. I think he is going to be part of the story, and he's not debunking it because he knows he would be caught in a lie if he did that. So, all right, guys, so there's the information for today. James Gunn has been pretty quiet on social media for the last 3 or 4 days. It's just been very, very quiet. But hopefully we get some more stuff to talk about. I do appreciate all of the support. Check out the link to that video in the description and also on the card at the end of this video. And I will be back with more content very shortly. I do appreciate all the support. We will see you on the next video.